So we're going to talk colour today. This is over a time lapse of John McFarlane colouring one of the exterior shots from our upcoming adventure game, Wailing Heights.
Our upcoming musical adventure game.
Yeah,
adventure game.
It's going on. It's a little changing narrative as we go along. So yeah, all this time we're going to sort of watch John's time lapse, and I'll ask some very simple questions and stuff as we go along.
Yes.
So John, what is colour, and how do you feel it defined the 20th century in moving image?
Caravaggio painted in brown. That's all I remember about colour theory.
But you actually have a degree in this stuff. Do you not?
Vaguely, sort of. Illustration doesn't really. Well, yeah, my illustration teachers would probably say I have a degree in this. I wouldn't agree with them.
Have you not done like theses and reports and nonsense?
My dissertation was on digital comics,
which you hate.
Which I hate, but I said I loved in my dissertation.
So you can see we're colouring in Photoshop. So I thought you were doing your flats in Manga Studio.
I had a lot of problems with this, strangely enough, because I went into it thinking, yeah, I'm really good at colour, I'll be able to get this, no problem, the first time, and this is sped up to about 3,500% because this was a whole day. Like, this was a good, maybe 9 hours or something, I think I spent on this the first day, and I got to the end of the first day and just absolutely hated it. I don't know what I was doing. Like, I coloured every individual little detail, which I said to myself, don't do at the start. See, I very rarely zoom out, which is odd because I never do that. I was like way too focused on individual details, and then when I kind of took it all in as a whole thing at the end, I was like, oh no, I've made a terrible mistake. So I'm rushing through all this horrible mistake ugly part to get to the better part, which will come a little bit later on.
It is weird. If you're zooming in with colour close, you're not gonna get, especially because as a player, the first thing you're gonna see, we'll have a sort of parallax zoom thing, and the first thing you're gonna see is the whole scene.
Everything together.
But even from then, it took us a long time to get the colour scheme right. It was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Even sort of going back and forth, and I did like the sort of the muted browns and the reds, but you're right. There was just too many of them.
Much. Yeah, it was different shades of the same colour, but even then it was still far too much. Like, while I'm doing this, I swapped back and forth between Photoshop and Manga Studio.
Oh, did you?
It's back in Manga Studio now because I thought, I'm not filling it properly. I couldn't get my head around. You just have a bad day sometimes, and I didn't think anything I was doing was correct. So everything that's done in about the first, I would say, 6 or 7 minutes of this video is white, and then I just start again from another different process.
That's that is the game and art development, isn't it? You just
sometimes you just have
we're not too bad. I mean, I think something we to say we tend to get it right, but more like we tend to let it go rather than as you go along. But it is. I think colours definitely you have to get it right, or else it's gonna change though. But I think it was because if it's the line art, if I didn't think the line art was so good, probably you wouldn't matter so much about the colours.
Yeah.
Because you're at that point where you're already disappointed, but I thought you're, you know what I mean? You sort of just carry on until you're finished, and then start again at the end, which is terrible. But I thought I really liked this line art. I thought it was the detail was brilliant. I was just getting lost in the sort of
I tried to do far too much. I remember drawing this. This was the end of the first day. I think this was in about the last hour, and I was pretty much just trying to run out the clock at this stage because I had exhausted myself. In that first day, I just had no idea what I was doing, and I was just not wasting time, but I was doing this.
That's just not too bad now.
It's terrible.
Parts of it. Oh, yeah. On the way you can see here all the sort of the purple.
Yeah, it just didn't. No, it didn't work at all. And then I think this is where I started again. I was gonna like.
Yes, I remember this part.
This. From here on, all you're going to see is gold. This is amazing stuff.
So you're actually switching between Photoshop and Manga Studio because their compatibility is brilliant. You can actually you can just see it as
it's all done in Photoshop. This is the main difference between what I was doing the last time and what I done in the first attempt was I was colouring every individual element with its own colour.
Yeah.
And this second run, I was just colouring shadow with one colour. Like as you can see, like what details a surface would have, or
Yeah.
how it would exist in a black and white world, or whatever.
Yeah.
So I wasn't worrying about actual color so far. It was just making shapes
Exactly.
with shadow.
We sort of talked about how you weren't. We didn't know how it was going to end up the color because we couldn't see all the proper shape yet. It was a flat 2D object.
Yeah.
But now it looks, once you're adding in a render, it's so, well, I have to say easy, but it was easy for me to watch.
Yeah.
But it was like, it seemed to come together really, really much better.
This was the second day. This was like in it, 9:30 in the morning or whatever, and then just started and didn't stop until I got this done. And I knew that everything I had done the day before was a waste of time compared to this.
But
it's far better.
And it's just all this again. You didn't bother with any. So that time you didn't bother flats at all, did you?
No, that was just that one orange base color that was I used that as a not an overlay. What do you call it?
Underlay?
A mask.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
the orange was just to block out what I needed to color, and then this blue and orange always goes really nice together.
Yeah.
So it even looks pretty good here, but I knew that's not how I was gonna.
Even that's so simple, but that wee gradient there up top, it just made a change.
Yeah, gradients and like really flat shadows do work well. I generally don't tend to use gradients
you
at all when it comes to colouring, and mostly because I always thought it was either lazy or I could do a better job myself. But at certain times it definitely does look right, and I think this helped me kind of realize how we're going to colour everything. Like, this is a pretty good system of colour, like blocking in all the shadows and shapes first, and then the colour is a bit of not an afterthought, but it's an element that can be changed with like a slider instead of having to recolour every individual thing. So like every area would have its own kind of themed colour. Then I would say maybe all the vampire stuff, there's a whole lot of like purples and oranges, browns, and then like when we get into like any of the ghosts, it'll be like a lot of greens and blues.
Yeah, well,
like
I have the greens and the yellows and slight pinks for the spa, which is the monster swamp monster area.
But they all like, if you have like that, if you have one tone, even a kind of a dark, or not like a really light blue would even work for the ghosts, but it would help. It'll help divide up the area in a way that you wouldn't even notice that it was happening.
Yeah, it's got its own section.
Yeah, it'll help divide up the areas of the game.
And it's like it's that like storytelling through colour.
Yeah.
Once you're in an area, you subtly know, this is a ghost area, this is a dead area.
Yeah, because
especially
would be kind of bluey and a wee bit murky, and then this is all kind of a bit brighter because they're also horribly vain and they're like being able to see themselves. So
and the colour of blood.
Yeah,
of course,
the blood, obviously.
We can probably talk about if you. Obviously, red's a very warm colour, you're bringing it back, but it didn't really happen this way for us, did it? No. It was just well, actually, you did it.
I do like doing colours, but I use a whole lot of muted, or what's the word for it?
Desaturated.
Yeah, a lot of desaturated colours, like, because there's no. You may not be able to tell by the ends, but there's no black in this at all. Like, the only black is the line work. Because if you're colouring with black, then you're in trouble, because you may as well just be filling in your line work, and there's no white either. It's all this very light. It's just a very light version of whatever I was painting on top of.
Exactly. You can do that sort of thing where you do your flats on one layer and then colour in with grey or black on the layer above, but it does look murky sometimes. I mean, even though this is the shadows are a slight blue rather than black, makes a big difference.
I always use blue and purple for shadow, no matter what I'm doing, instead of black, because you just lose too much. But there was I wasn't sure if, because this game is supposed to be kind of comic influenced, if I could get away with doing any digital painting, sort of, which I did a little bit for this. Like the brush I was using for this is one, I think I made it like a triangle brush, but it's like its opacity, its pressure is all, or its opacity is pressure sensitive. Yeah. So you do get, there's a little bit.
Yeah, you can see it there. You can see it in that sort of
of a painterly
under the, or that sort of above that window. There's a mix of the colours.
Yeah.
But it's subtle enough that it doesn't make it look like a.
I didn't want to just start doing straight up digital painting backgrounds, because that wouldn't fit with any of the characters that we're doing, or the fact that we have comic artists working on this.
Yeah, I think I think a lot of adventure games now are just, they're painting the backgrounds and they look amazingly gorgeous.
Yeah,
but
you can tell that none of that is going to move.
Yeah, but also like where they're going to have to compete with it, or we're going to try and make our own style.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't seen any adventure games in the last little while that has that full black outlines, on characters, like proper comic stuff.
I mean, either no, they all do. They all definitely go for a kind of an early Disney look now with a painted background and a very thin
which
line.
Is gorgeous, but but you have to you
need a lot. You need a lot of people to do that.
And competing with those.
A lot of man hours go into making stuff like that.
Yeah, so this is nothing to do with style. This is all
so
we'll just colour in black.
Yeah, what can you get away with doing with 2-3 people?
So I think it's weird that like comics still use that. Like most comics have all the characters and all the backgrounds with a black and white ink background.
Definitely not anymore.
Not all. There
are some fully painted comics.
There's a couple, but 90% of the American output is black ink, and I do the same thing when I'm doing comics.
Yeah.
But it's just like a lot of people think you're drawing in a really retro style because you're drawing like Jack Kirby with big heads and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's almost like every comic artist is retro because they're all doing this style that was in the 70s because it needed to be for print.
Yeah.
You needed to have black outlines, otherwise everything is smudged. But now you can do it fully painted. You can do it like an Alex Ross type.
Oh yeah.
Like a classical painting, or you could do it fully like Disney-esque, rendering cartoon.
I would love to do that.
Yeah. I know it's got to do with speed, but it's sort of like if you have one penciler, one inker, one colorist, and so between them, they might take 2.5 to 3 days to make a page.
Yeah.
But one person could spend 3 days on a page and paint it. There's that. Oh, have you seen what do you call him? It's somebody Lesk. It's an online comic. What's it called again? The Wormwood Saga. Seen that? It's he's I think I'm not sure who you worked for before, but it's all like digitally painted, but in sort of rough style, so it's you can still see the brickwork.
Yeah,
but it's nice, but I'm surprised that more publishers aren't doing that sort of thing for. Not surprised because
it just hasn't caught on yet.
Yeah, and I think a lot of them are sort of they're still trying to appeal at least half to the same crowd who's been reading comics for the last over 20 years, so they're still they want too much change. I think that sometimes it feels like if you're not putting in black lines, then you're trying to appeal to kids, doesn't it? Like kids comics have more colourful lines and
sure.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm sort of digressing from from Wailing Heights. This is nice. Like I don't think literally these shelves make sense because they're in an alleyway and the moon's on the other side, but it looks awesome.
There will be more streetlights. There will be more.
Oh yeah, we're up rather.
They'll come in soon.
Streetlights that have green light.
I just painted them, pretty much just digitally painted them. You'll see.
Yeah, we actually had a lot of fun time putting them into Unity.
That's right. We couldn't get them to fit properly.
Yeah, at the start they were all it was compressing a lot, and I know I sort of messed around with the compression filters. Had to make it fully non-compressed, otherwise it was coming out in a very what's the word when it's
pixelated.
Well, abandoned. So like your whole gradient was turning into just
full circles, but
four circles. And there was I think we ended up changing them. It worked a little bit in the sprite, messing around with the texture size and stuff, but I think we ended up turning everything into planes anyway. So it's gonna need a reset.
You know more about that than I do.
Well, slightly more. So this is the colour scheme coming together now. It looks I like it a lot.
Purple and orange and then blue. Yeah. As you can also probably tell, I like drawing chimneys. Like chimneys.
That's your Disney. Oh yeah,
it's chimneys in there.
This has been flipped since the last.
Oh yes, we were trying to work out how it would fit together as a level, and the inside, the door was on the left, and it wouldn't have worked if we'd kept it normally. Which seeing as I drew the inside and the outside first, I should have realised that it wouldn't have worked.
Because I think was this the one environment that you didn't do that thing for? The layout.
I did. So I even done the layout for this and still got it wrong. Yeah. So, but it was so long ago. It was everybody seems to think that this stuff happens that'll take you a day, and then you have the next one done the day after. It's no, this is a week and a half for one thing. 20
minutes.
Oh yeah, this entire level took 20 minutes to do. Oh god. And this is one screen of one level of about.
Don't talk about it. We only have a couple months left.
Yeah.
plus
of 32 Loki. No,
like we were saying, we're on time for the background and the characters we're going.
yeah.
You remember we had to do some cutscenes and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Some cutscenes and introductions and all. Never mind all the UI and.
We may need to hire some people.
No, there's no budget left.
This is it.
This is it.
We get people to work for free. I do it all the time.
Oh no, you do it all the time.
I do it all the time. I can't charge.
You work for free. You not get people to work for free.
No, not get people to work for free. I couldn't get anybody to work for me. So I was much more happy with this version, obviously, because it kept to it. I can't remember if I got this all done in one day or not.
I think you might have done this. Was that background a different day? I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe. I think maybe I got the main building done in one day, and then the background and the lampposts that are coming up in one.
It's just some really smooth editing.
Yeah, you never know.
And I were like, we might extend this level to the side.
Yeah.
Had to go and finish those buildings again.
Have to go finish the buildings.
I remember. Well, cheating doing more foreground.
Most of the probably the first.
Oh, it's nice too. That style like one.
Nice.
Maybe
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You might not think it all the time. I know what I'm doing. I think the first quarter of this video, it's so fast that you can't really tell that most of it is missing because I got so annoyed with myself that I couldn't get all my faders on camera because it was annoying me.
You were really grumpy for a couple of days.
I was actually really grumpy for like the one day that I was doing this on. It was terrible, but it all worked out in the end. So we ended up with a really cool
I'm a failure in life.
I know.
God.
Do you never get that when you get something wrong?
Yeah,
It just starts piling on, and you just think, why did anyone hire me? This is terrible. Oh God, what am I doing? And then it works out, and you're like, oh, okay.
This is gorgeous.
I spent a long time drawing that lamp.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. We gargoyled, but
they're being cut by the.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. We're gonna reuse these for every screen in the entire game. I'm pretty sure I ended up just painting these a little bit. Yeah, they just painted because they're small, so it didn't take long.
Do you not select your like usually if you're doing comic work, you would do one flat color for a shape, then select the shape.
Yeah, I've already done that.
Oh, you do that?
Yeah, I do not masks, but I have one base layer at the bottom, and then put a layer on top of it. And if you hit, I think it's Alt and Control in between Photoshop, then it makes it so that everything you draw on the layer above only is shown on the layer below. So like if you drew a circle and then started scribbling in the circle, the line stops at the outer line of the circle. So it's pretty much it's a much easier way than doing masks. It's much quicker.
Say it again. No wait, so is it I just selecting it and hiding the ants?
Yeah, it only shows you what's been drawn on the layer underneath.
Okay.
So it's pretty much it's a quick way of doing a layer mask, which I never knew existed for a long time because I always done it like that. Like, what's a layer mask?
Because I would always see it with the wee ants. The selection.
It's pretty much like doing that, but without having those ants on screen.
That's great then.
So you don't need to see that.
I know there was a function. I love those wee. I hadn't seen them before. The wee thing coming out of their eyes.
Yeah.
Like a wee glow thing.
Wee glow.
Do you find there's so you hadn't used Creative Cloud before?
No, not this version of Photoshop. I think it's the best version of Photoshop that I've probably ever used.
Yeah, is it much different? I know you don't bother using all those 3D brushes, no?
No, they just seem to slow everything down when you use them. But I just the way they've worked out like every kink and everything's very easy to move, and it has those wee weird Illustrator.
Oh, the pink guidelines.
Yeah, the guidelines are a nice touch because that was
the ones that I thought were new and came by itself, and then you couldn't figure out why your version didn't have it.
Yeah, I never had them.
But I think it turned out that I landed on a couple of buttons, and next time I turned them on and didn't know it.
They turn on if you use Control or something like that. That made everything very easy to like lay out.
Happy when you got to these final little touches.
I was pretty happy with all this. I think after I got those streetlights done, then I kind of knew I was just maybe putting a little bit too much into it. I probably should have stopped about 10 or 15 minutes ago.
Well, I think we did end up messing around a couple of layers after this.
I think I took out all those lights.
Yeah, I think because I think once you put the street lights back in again, you don't want to have too many lights.
Yeah, I kind of made it a little too much. So like, I think even after this video, I made some changes.
There's other jokes in
to this. Yeah,
I'm glad you didn't call your bat symbol with a yellow background and a bat like just to copyright material.
I
Yeah,
think
that was
that's
pretty.
it.
That was pretty awesome.
The full level. That's one of many levels
Nice.
coming up in Wailing
Yes.
Heights, either drawn by me or Stephen.
Yeah, so I mean, we're doing a bit of a production blog on wailingheights.com. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. We do have a website.
Right, so
Okay.
we can stop now.
Can we
We can
stop?
go online. It's Sunday and we're working till late.
It's, yeah. What is it? It's 9:07. It's 7:15 on a Sunday. We're gonna go home. I'm gonna go home. How about you?
I'm staying more.